one of the things that I came to my mind is DNA is seat of consciousness, and everything is actually encoded in our DNA.
Mm.
It carries the information from across generations and across lifetimes. And we use only 2% of our DNA, is what I understand scientifically. And even though they say that most of it is junk, it's not actually junk, it's dormant DNA. When it's activated, then we activate certain gifts and powers that are dormant within us. How can we activate the 12 strand crystalline DNA? Because what I also understand is that we are moving from carbon based DNA to crystalline based DNA, and from 2 strand to 12 strand DNA. So, how can we activate that?
He says this is what happens by exactly what he had just described. So through these acts of being present with our emotional state, with understanding the patterns, the repeating patterns in our life, he says with presence, because this is something that is in all of our soul agreement. And so he keeps going back to, you're watching this, this is what's happening. If you're watching this, this is what's happening to you. And so he said, becoming more crystalline is going to expand your viewpoint of some of the same things you may have learned, meaning you might be hearing us speak today and grasp some of it, and then hear this again a year from now and understand it completely differently, understand it in a deeper way. That's this process.
Wow. Okay. And Arnav, can you give us any short vibrational code for practicing daily this remembrance?
Yes. Okay. He says, and he says, hand over the heart, as we say it, hand over the heart. And he says, I am not behind. I am remembrance. I am not here to remember. I am remembrance. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
I'm
He
not
says
here to remember. I am
I am
already
remembrance.
remembering. I am remembering.
Yes. He
Okay.
says the reason why we say that, he says, is I want to remind everyone, each one of us is the I am. We are the I am. And so as you are making a statement, as you are putting that, he says, key into the ignition each day, what you're doing is you're speaking into the GPS of your soul. And you're not saying, help me remember. You're saying, I know I already do remember because I am. And he says that allows things to move just a wee bit quicker.
Yeah, it's like collapsing. It's like quantum jumping.
It is. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 2025 is actually significant from creation perspective because there is a creator surge. And
Yes.
like you just said, that we are co-creating. And human beings, we kind of underestimate our own power. We are so powerful that we can create galaxies and universes. How can we bridge that gap between what we imagine, visualize, and actually bring into physicality?
He says one simple word, presence. It's presence. He said the efforts, the efforts come from alignment. He says, so if we are pushing something to do something, that's in a place of lack. If we are, because creating, building, it's something that comes from a place of alignment, meaning doing the things that we feel that are creative. He says, think of an artist. An artist cannot produce the most beautiful works of art under pressure. An artist produces from a place of clarity and presence when they are moved to do so. And so he says, when you act from a place of alignment, you will create the most beautiful masterpieces. And he goes, and that is how Source creates. That is how you create, because you are a part of Source.
Okay.
Quite profound today, isn't he?
Yeah. And how do we align every single day?
Well, he says that goes right back to the choices. It goes right back to, he says, let's look at it simple. There might be something that somebody made for me to eat, but I really don't want to eat it. I prefer to eat this bowl over here. But if I don't eat this bowl here, I might hurt their feelings. So how could I take care of myself and still be soft to the person that prepared something for me? And he says, that would be, thank you so much for preparing this for me. I'm not going to eat this today because I feel more like this would be better for my body. But I appreciate what you've done for me. And so I'm going to wrap this up and ensure that either I eat it tomorrow or I'm going to give it to somebody who is looking for something to eat. And then I choose to eat the breakfast I've made for myself, the bowl that I prefer. He says, keeping it simple to making choices that are aligned with us don't have to mean that we are cutting somebody out of a picture or that we are completely disregarding. Making choices that are aligned to us is where is presence, and that is where our power is. And that is where everything builds from. And he says, when we can take the smallest of choices right up to the biggest decisions that we make, that is a practice that is the most important practice with our devotion each day.
Yeah, very powerful. Very powerful. Authentically, what is aligned with who you are, and then making choices and setting boundaries.
Yes.
And still coming out from the space of love.
Yes, very much. And it takes practice to do that. You and I both know that. You and I both know that it takes practice to do that.
Yeah. And I know what's your message for everyone today?
He says, I want everybody to hear this, to hear that you are love. Each and every one of you are love. Be at peace with who you are, especially in a world that tells so many of us who we need to be or who we should be. Remember that you actually know you best. You know who you are best. And you came here with something magnificent inside you. And to bring that magnificence out is why we talk so much today about alignment and about presence, because that is the pathway to bring all those things that makes you out. So if you are worried, or if you are stressed that you are behind, or you are not doing what you came here to do, or you are in a place of fear, he says, take this peace from us today that we are giving you, to know that you are watched, you are protected, you are loved, and you are not behind.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. And
your son is wonderful to channel. Love channeling him.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Michelle, for channeling.
You're very welcome.
And thank you, Arnav, and the entire Divine team for assisting us with your presence and with your guidance.
Thank you. Love you, Mom.
Love you, Arnav.
Bye, everybody.